All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Dad Labs podcast. It's your boy, Dr. Tommy.
Andre Tommy.
Second place.
Yeah, you say that now.
We'll say it again in a month.
We'll say it again in a month.
Say it again in a month, and then it's,
Today's is another special episode in the laboratory with Jake Savicki.
Going on. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Welcome, man. I appreciate you coming in, taking
no
time.
doubt about it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We're going to learn a little more. If you don't know about Jake, man, would you kind of just give us a little bio, a little bit about yourself, man, real quick?
Yeah, I ended up here just by being like a follow the road wherever it leads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grew up playing baseball like everybody that, you know, in their young age, in our age, I feel like everybody played a couple seasons of baseball. Is different than it is now, but played a little bit in college up north, California, Shasta College, and then came back down here and started coaching. Worked at a batting cage. Okay. Somebody called in and was like, "Hey, can anyone there coach a travel ball team?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got it."
Who'd you coach?
I coached. I started off coaching a travel team that was just like, they were called the North County Bats. It was like a small little 14U team, and I had never coached in my life. I didn't even play travel ball because it really was like two teams here when I was growing up. Yeah, like if you weren't one of the best
of the best
30 kids in San Diego, like you weren't playing.
You just played Little League.
You just played Little League.
Yeah,
be a star there.
Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, I got it. So I coached this thing. I had no idea what I was doing, but learned as it went along, and that brought me somehow to Carlsbad High.
Okay.
Coached there for 2 years as the assistant, and then 7 years as the head guy.
Oh, nice. The Knights.
Any titles?
Yeah, the Lancers close. We won one in 2021, the year after COVID. First one since 1989.
Let's go.
Nice.
Second one in school history. Yeah, so I was stoked. That was the coolest thing. Like it's funny because you look at the Little League championships and everyone's like, and then there's levels, right? The high school coaches look at that and go, it's Little League. Yeah. College coaches look at the high school and go, it's high school, man. Come on. So it's like it never ends.
Never ends.
But man, that was one of the I don't think the age matters, right? Like the gratification of the kids and how happy they are as a coach, you watch that and go, this is awesome. I don't care how old they are. But so anyways, did that, and then COVID rolled around. And downloaded TikTok literally with my wife to like pass the time. I don't know. We can't
what
do
are you
anything
going to
else.
do, right?
So
You're just sitting there.
I made one video that kind of blew up, and I'm like, this is crazy. You know, I had no followers, didn't do social media really. Probably like we all did, just had 8 friends that I talked to, and the first video that blew up, it was a video game one. It's a video game thing. And Barstool posted it on their Instagram or their Twitter, I think. Okay. Like 30 minutes after I posted it.
Damn. So they reposted it right away.
They reposted it immediately, and I had like 20 texts from my buddies, screenshot like, dude, you see this? I'm like, what
dude, you're going viral, bro.
Yeah, crazy. And I get I'm telling you, I had like probably 120 followers on Instagram, my friends and family over the years. And then TikTok, I think I had like 6 followers. I just started it. And I had all these companies, hey, dude, we want to send you our headphones for gaming. Oh, we want to send you our chair. Yeah. Hey, can we do? I'm like, I have 0 followers. Like, what if I had a following? Like, there's got to be something to this. So I just started making content. It turned into baseball content because it's what I knew. Yeah. And I feel grateful for the fact that that's what it is, because like you guys are meeting me, you've seen me. Yep. I'm gonna leave and you're back to the same dude we watch on the video. Oh yeah. Like, he's not acting. I'm the same guy. So I am glad when I see creators that have a certain personality, and then I know they have to turn it on when they meet somebody. Yeah. I'm just like the same dude.
I was always trying to. That's one thing we try to do is just be us.
It's the only way to go.
Naturally, nobody wants to see any fake stuff.
No, and you can. I just wouldn't like disappointing somebody that loves you and meets you. Like that'd be a real bummer for me.
I would agree.
I know. We're trying to get a sponsor here. We did a Liquid Death commercial.
I saw that actually. I saw you guys taste testing it, right?
Yeah, and it's funny because I was even saying afterwards, I was like, man, that tasted terrible.
See, just let them know. It is what it is. Real reviews though.
In my mind, I'm like, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this guy likes it. It's killing my throat, bro.
Yeah, wasn't it like a hot one?
Ghost pepper. There was ghost pepper in there.
Because I think, what are you guys like? I can't keep this in my mouth. I'm like, yeah, because it's going to burn your mouth.
Yeah, dude. It It hit differently. It was good going in, but afterwards I was like, oh gosh.
All right.
Yeah, it's like I need to clear my throat. I think probably a day afterwards.
Okay, so you told us that what made you popular was that one video that you just blasted off, right?
Yeah.
How's that like affect you as like a dad? Like,
it's interesting. It's actually really interesting because it's almost like, so I look at these people that do fitness stuff, right?
Yes.
And every day they're posting, they're going to the gym, they have to keep themselves in shape. Like, it's pretty, I look at them because I did that for a while, for a minute, like way back in the day.
Gym scene.
Yeah. And posting pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like accountability for me. It was like I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to get a good picture. It was like whatever. So this is really similar to me, to where I have a daughter who's 9. She's been playing softball since she's 6, whatever. But I watch these clips and dad's doing this or people doing that, and I'm like, okay, I have to. My take on this is from the outside.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to give the take.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the position, I'm like, not so easy to live out the take. Like,
and that's why we exist. As a podcast right here, that's exactly why we exist.
So that's
it's like when you're standing on stage. You know what you want to say, but as soon as you stand on stage, you get on the show, next thing you know, boom. It's like
you suck.
You're like, whoa.
You're like, whoa, I don't want to sound like a complete moron.
You're holding your shit, you're like,
you start thinking about things. Right. I get that. So that for me was the biggest piece. And as far as being a dad, to me, it's like super cool. Like the bananas just came to town.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my daughter, we've been to probably 2 baseball games, 2 Dodger games, and or a Dodger game, an Angel game, and 2 banana games this last weekend.
Nice.
And we've been on the field for all of them. And that to me is cool because it's like, I'm not the guy that's like, yeah, I'm on the field, I get to talk to this guy. Like, these are regular dudes and they're awesome. But I'm grateful that like this platform, as a dad, for me, like when my daughter goes to a game, she's on the dirt, like, whoa, and like meeting these guys. I'm like, I'm just so cool. I'm so happy she has this experience. So as a dad, though, it's been really good for me. It's
that's cool.
Like probably better for me than it has for anyone else, because whatever they get out of me, my followers kind of give back. So it's like I'm getting 800 times what they're getting.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I get a lot of questions. Dad's going, hey, this happened the other night. How should I handle it? I'm like, man, that's good, because now I'm figuring out how to handle it. So it's been really cool. My daughter, I mean, I'm as regular as it gets. I get noticed. I get noticed maybe once a month if I'm not at a baseball event. So it's not like I'm walking around like, come here, babe, we got to hurry up. Let's
get out
sneak in here, sneak out.
Hold on.
The back entrance.
Yes, exactly. So, and the best part about it is the way I do get noticed, like 99% of the time, if I'm at a Dodger game or a Padre game or whatever, it never fails. Somebody will just yell ball, and I'll turn around. They'll be like, I told you, that's the guy. They're like, what's up, bro? I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude? So,
that's awesome.
That's how I saw you. It's from one of your Ball and Craig videos where I'm just like, this is classic. And I started sending it out to all my friends who are coaches too. That's how him and I met, from coaching on the same team.
Yep, that was it.
So I mean, I was hilarious. And after that, I was just like, I would just see everything that you did, and I was just like, all right, I love this.
Yeah.
And I wanted to learn more. I was just like, I'm like, did he used to play pro ball? Like, where did he go? You know, what did he do? But no, I love it. How the podcast start up, man? Because that's been very successful. Dude, you're like interviewing MLB like players and like former players, like the dream, bro.
It's
I'm like, are those guys are dads, right?
Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are regular dudes. They, that started. I think I always probably figured I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Got the gift of gab, I guess. You just start talking, and I enjoyed doing it. And I'm one of those guys that like anybody that not makes fun of influencers, but like go get a real job. Well, it's like you're trying to tell me you wouldn't want to sit here for an hour and a half a day for a job and talk baseball or something you care about with someone you care about or like, and see you later, and then go do whatever you want all day. Like that to me, it wasn't even that much of like a vision. It just kind of happened. I'm a big yes man. Like if somebody's like, you want to start a podcast? I'm like, yeah, sure. Figure it out as we go. And it's been really cool. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I finish almost all my podcasts with these pro guys. I'm like, hey man, appreciate the time. Like for me personally, I love baseball. I love rooting for people. But now that I personally talk to you for 30 minutes, your success is cool to me. I'm like, oh, good. That guy went 3 for 4 tonight. That's awesome. So
yeah.
And I guess the way it started was, so I probably did it on my own for a minute, just for fun and just to add to whatever I was doing. And then last year I had a guy that set a whole podcast up, wanted me to be the host. I interviewed David Justice the first time.
Oh, nice.
He was our first guest, and he lives around. He's close.
Yep.
So it was such a great show. He's like, I'll come back anytime. And the guy's like, why don't we make him a co-host? I'm like, perfect. So we did that. Yeah, we did 14 episodes, and then the logistics, business-wise, I guess it had to move up to LA. And I'm like, I'm not.
We're not going to LA.
I'm not doing a 6-hour round trip for a 30-minute podcast every Monday. So
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, and then circle back now. I'm with this Steady Picks company that does a lot of things, but they do a really good job. And it's cool to see because this is the first time it's really been a business thing.
Yeah.
And we do a show and something doesn't go right, and they're like, okay. And then next week they bring in this new guy on board that they hired to take care of that problem. And it's they're really good. So I'm pumped to be with them, but the long-term vision and the way they're building and filling the gaps when needed is just kind of cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But on the other end, literally on the other end, this is the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. A podcast, it's the content. It's what's inside the content. That's all that matters. You could film it on a 1998 big old thing like we used to have, or you could film it on a $10,000 camera. If the content's good, it doesn't matter. And that's why I think I like this space so much, because my content's as low budget as it gets. Literally a home run, cranked. See ya. People are like, what happens when your videos don't perform? I'm like, I don't give a shit.
The next one.
18 seconds of my life.
On to the next one.
If you're watching a 12-second video I made, there's a chance from inception to post, it took me about a minute and 12 seconds. So I am good.
Easily. Easily.
Awesome.
And I always look at it too. I tell him, I'm like, man, if 50 people watch us, stand in a room of 50 people. That's a lot of people.
That's crazy.
We have so much fun, man. We're all about just keeping it super mellow ourselves too. And we think, hey, maybe one day it'll blow up. But then at the same time, people ask, you guys trying to make money off of this? I'm like, nah, just trying to have fun.
Trying to have a good time.
Just trying to have fun. We did actually our first episode in the dugout of Escondido American Little League field.
No, that's sick.
I
like that.
And that was fun, man. We were laptop and everything.
Yeah, that was low budget.
Do you guys got anything big coming up on the podcast, dude? Do you want to? If you can't drop it, I get it.
No, we're good on that. We're in this so they brought me on first to let's start the podcast and do your thing. And then it's just grown into we see all the possibilities of things. And my big thing's I want to move them to in person. The digital stuff it's hard. Yeah. It's just not the same, right? If I sat in a room with Jazz Chisholm for 15 minutes before I interviewed him, we'd get a good feel for each other. We'd probably have I like funny. Baseball.
I agree.
Baseball, there's enough sports shows, but it's boring. I don't give a shit how Scuba holds his slider. I don't care. I want to know funny things. And so when you're in the person, you're there with the person, you can read body language. It's a whole different ball game. So that's what we're looking at doing.
He's got pants on.
Yeah,
you can
exactly. He's just a person. Yeah, he's okay. This guy's
on.
not wearing. He's not sitting in his underwear.
Shark Tank guy. I forget his name, but they always show him from the side. And he's wearing his blazer, and he's Bermuda shorts on.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yep. It feels like less of a show type thing or whatever.
Exactly.
So the plan. There's a lot. I don't. There's nothing I'm even hiding. I just feel like right now to this time next baseball season.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a whole different ball game.
That'll be awesome.
And I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. We're actually excited too because we've been watching your content like crazy.
I appreciate
I love
that.
every minute
I
of it.
love it.
I will never. Yeah. That ball that changed my whole vision now.
I had no idea when I made the first ball video there was a millions of dads like me that grew up with Maddox and Glavine. I don't give a shit if you throw 98. Can you throw it over the plate?
Well,
that just boom.
And then when I'm watching baseball, I'm doing exactly what you're doing. As soon as there's pitching, I'm like, ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strike. Oh, what? Why are you not calling that?
Well, speaking of that, what do you think of that electronic?
I think it's really screwed up. Well, you mean the one they're going to use or the one we get on TV?
The one that they want to use.
Man, You know, it's a hard one for me because
50-50 on
I'm
it.
50-50 as well.
I am too. The part of me, I like the human element. I like that, hey, in the first inning, you got a strike that was a half a ball off the plate.
Yes.
If you can keep throwing it half ball off the plate, you're going to get that strike. That now changes the game for everybody. Or let me go a ball off the plate and see what he gives me, whatever. Versus these are the best hitters and pitchers in the world. And should there be some full, like, yeah, I'm the best in the world. I put time into this craft. That was a little off the plate. I don't want to get screwed. Boom. Okay, ball four. You're like, yeah, thank you, instead of strike three. So I'm torn on, like,
yeah, me too.
You know, it's no different than the Olympics. You run, you sprint, and your time is your time.
Yeah,
and it's not there's no way to screw it up.
You could be the 5 slowest guys, but if you're the first one to finish, you're still the first
you're
one
the first one to finish. And it doesn't. The laser doesn't lie. The time doesn't lie. Yeah. So I've played enough baseball and coached enough and seen enough to love the human element of it.
Yes.
As a coach, I enjoyed. The longer I got into high school, I really enjoyed arguing with the umpires because they were like my friends, and I'd be like, half the time I'd walk out there and be like, listen,
that's great.
I'm going to start yelling in a second, but it's only because my team's a freaking ghost town in there and they need to get fired up. So just send me back to the dugout. Don't eject me. And they're like, okay. And then I'm like, how do you miss this? You know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, get in the dugout. I'm like, God damn it.
You're all Joe. I owe you a beer, Joe.
I walk back in the dugout and I'm like, let's go, guys. Jesus. Anyone else care? And whatever. But so I think it'll take a lot of that away.
Yes, I agree.
I'm the same. I'm 50-50. There's parts of it I think I really like, and there's parts of it that I think I wouldn't want to lose.
Yeah, so. Same here. Because there's times, man, in that really important game, and that one pitch, and that umpire, and if he hasn't been giving it to him all game either, and rings him up, like, and then game's over, and it could be, you know, a division title, it could be a series. You never know. I've watched it on the Atlanta League, I think it is, right?
Yeah.
And then they did a little bit during preseason, and I was like, I can see it working, just like with the pitch clock. But like at first, the pitch clock was like, this is some stupid stuff.
I feel like it
just kind of rolls in.
It's going to make robots of hitters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you can almost draw that strike zone and be like, I'm not going to swing if it's over there, unless it's got some movement and it's coming back in. It's like it's you become a robot.
But you can only challenge like once or twice, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you should. If they do it, it's got to be something like you have 2 challenges to start the game. Every one you win, you keep. If you're 0 for 2, you're out. You're done. Yeah, it'll keep them like using it at the right times.
Yeah, I agree. So being here at Dad Labs, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about your dadhood, bro? That's what we call it here. It's your dad bio. We call it dadhood. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
One kid.
One kid, one daughter.
Lucky.
Yeah. I know. That's what everybody says. Yeah, she's 9. She's a little angel, like we all would refer to our kids. So fun, dude. It's just like, when we were pregnant, everybody's like, "You gonna have a boy? You want a boy?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "What do you mean no?" I'm like, "Not first. We didn't plan on having one, but yeah." I'm like, "Not first. I've been coaching for 12 years. Like, I want to be a dad, not a coach. Like, and I know if it's a son, I'm like, all right, buddy. Here we go.
Bluff, here we go.
Yes, exactly. So I said, if I have a daughter, I'll learn to be a dad instead of a coach. Like, because I'll be at the dance recital. I don't care. I'll be at whatever she wants. And she picked softball. She grew up first 5 years on Carlsbad High's baseball field. So we did basketball first because I'm like, I don't want to push her right into this. Yeah. But she was 5 or 6, and it was co-ed, so all the boys are just, she's like
pushing her around like this.
Nah, this ain't the game for me. She's a little tiny blonde, whatever. So she's out of there. Played softball one season, loved it, and has played ever since. But outside of sports, man, there's just it's so cool to me. Like, I think being a coach is super helpful.
Right.
Number one, seeing, and as she gets older, having 10, 12 years of like being in the high school situation where I coach travel too. So coaching those kids from 8, 9, 10, seeing the high school kids, seeing college guys, the impact of a parent is so huge. Yeah. And it's like, man, we would build our teams at Carlsbad, the freshman JV varsity, and then have a parent meeting. And I always tell them the same thing, like, hey, dads, I'm like, please just be like a cheerleader. Support your kid. I said, we inherently just want to make dad proud, no matter what. You could be the best dad in the world or the worst dad in the world, and we're still going to want to make dad proud, whether it's out of spite or out of, I love my dad, whatever. And then I would always say, moms, we love you too. The problem is we already know we're making you proud by going over 4 with 4 Ks. Doesn't matter.
You still love me.
Good job today, honey. Just, sure, okay.
No, suck, mom.
I'm like, so moms, we love you. We're good with you. But the son always wants to make dad proud. So it's such a big thing to be able to like realize that as a dad and go, hey, you might have gone over 4 with 4 Ks, but God, 3 of those at bats, 9 pitches, 8 pitches, 11 pitches, you scrapped, dude. That's a win of an at bat. That was whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you can wipe it away and go let's just not be baseball people. Like, let's not do softball. Let's just go exist as a normal whatever. And the things you take from both worlds, to me, it's just the coolest thing. Like the way I talk to my daughter about something versus the way I see it in my head. And I take a ton of things from my dad, who was awesome. Scary. He was a bodybuilder. He was like Mr. San Diego back in the late 80s.
Okay.
Roided out. Freaking
really?
Scary.
That was normal.
He scared the shit out of me. Yeah. He scared the shit out of me. But we laugh about so much now. Like, I'll never forget pitching when I was like 11 and I'm throwing, I can't throw a strike. He's up there yelling, throw strikes. Like the standard like videos you see now, like throw strikes. Yeah. I'm crying because he's yelling.
Right.
And he's
scared to death.
I'm just like, oh shit, yeah. And I'm disappointing my dad, clearly. So all of it comes together. I'm losing the game.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. We were at like the Vista National Fields, and he's up in the parking lot yelling, throws his motorcycle helmet on, and I just hear for like the next 2 minutes, every stop sign, everywhere. Then he comes to a stop sign, just. And it gets further and further away, but I can still hear. I'm like, God, he's just ripping around town, so disgusted that I'm throwing balls.
He doesn't even want to watch me anymore.
And he had to go to work, so it wasn't like he left the game, but he was leaving. But I'm just like,
a little extra for you.
Yeah, so we laugh about that all the time. He would come to my Carlsbad games that I coach, and if a kid walks some guys and I have to take him out after the game, he's like, should have just told that kid to throw strikes. I'm like, yeah, it worked for me. We would laugh. So, but he was good. He was, and I think this is what a lot of kids lack today is I was afraid of my parents in all the right ways. Like if I screwed up, I was afraid. I was afraid to tell them. I was afraid for them to find out. I wasn't afraid of the cops because they were just going to tell my parents. I was afraid of that. And I was afraid of disappointing them. So I didn't screw up much as a kid because of that. And I look now coaching at the high school and being on campus here and there, like I watch these kids and they're sitting in the admin room waiting to get picked up by mom or dad because they're suspended. And dad walks in. He's like, hey, come on, Tommy.
Let's go.
What? 2 days? Okay. All right, let's go. Like, I don't even have time to deal with this. And I'm like, man, no wonder these kids are just doing whatever they're doing. It was pretty wild to see. So my whole thing is like stern discipline, and not in a bad way. My daughter's awesome, but she knows.
Yeah.
She'll cry if I raise my voice enough to where she's like, yeah, I screwed up.
Call it the dad voice.
The dad voice, right? Exactly. Mom told you to brush your teeth 4 times in a row. I know I was locked into this Dodger game, but when I look over and go, hey, brush your teeth, and she's like, it's not like dad's mad. It's immediate. I said no to mom 4 times. I shouldn't have done that. So that's a big thing for me is just staying on top of it to where if I yell dad voice, if I use it, she knows why. Not like, oh, he's always yelling at me. And the ones that yell all the time, those kids listen the least. Yeah. They're always getting yelled at. Who cares? So
I love it how we learned from our parents kind of what to do, but also like what not to do and kind of change things up. Because at the end of the day, right, Tommy, we just want to be better than our parents were for our kids.
Yeah. Well, and we just want a better existence for our kids. And it's like, but the problem is when you do that, and I'm sure your daughter has played you versus your wife, like, oh, mom says I can have an ice cream, and it's like these kids are. It's funny because for me when I was growing up, I thought I knew nothing, and I feel like I still don't know as much as I should, but yet these kids, seeing my kids grow up, I'm like, they know so much.
Yeah.
Like they know so much. And they like you were saying about body language and stuff, they can read our body language. They know when we're not going to follow through on, that iPad that you should not have had. and then they go and push the envelope, and then they grab it. And it's almost like, now it's your move, Dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Jerk.
Yeah.
Exactly. They say like giving consequences or threatening consequences is the worst thing you can do. Just give them the consequence and see you later. Not like, I'm going to do this. It's like, no, I'm doing this now because you did that. Done. It's like, because most of the time you're not going to follow. You almost never follow through if they do what you say.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, I'm going to take that away. And they're like, okay, I'll do it. So you never actually end up doing anything.
Right.
You just have to argue with your 8-year-old for them to listen. You're like, this is dumb. That's the one thing I say to my wife. I'm like, why is this a discussion? And my wife is incredible. She's the best.
Yeah.
I work a lot. My daughter, 90% of what she is my wife.
Yeah.
The other 5 is me, and the other 5 is luck. Right. I think I've seen enough kids too, coaching wise, doing all this. Yes. Like 90% wife, 5% me, and the other 5% is just luck that we didn't get a shithead. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
I don't know how it works here, the language and all that.
No, you're good. That'd be pretty much.
There's some kids that you just go, that is probably not parenting.
Yeah.
It just, that sucks. That sucks that that's the way it is. But yeah, so for me, you guys are right. And they know we do want to be better than our parents, but I wouldn't even look at a single thing my parents did and think it was bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, they didn't have a podcast to listen to people talk about being a good dad. They didn't have any of this shit. They just had what their parents had, which was worse than what they had. So it's like, they grew up in if we had our grandparents as parents, we'd probably be like, that was prison, right? The way I got beat or whatever it is.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated going to grandma's house sometimes, or great grandma's, because it's like you had to like act right. You had to sit there. You can't sit on that couch, but you can sit on that couch.
Oh yeah, the stories are endless. Yeah, same thing. My great grandparents' house, and it's amazing how it's like, you can't sit on that couch because that's the formal sitting area, and nobody sits there. Or my favorite was the picking up the. They had this jar of candy, and it was hard candy. And I remember one time I went to go actually eat the candy. The whole thing came up.
It was all
stuck together. And I remember I did the look of my brother, and I was like,
"Oh, that means I get the whole thing."
And it was like, "What did I do? Did I mess it up?" And then it was like this joke, an ongoing joke of, "Hey," we would tell our cousins, we're like, "Hey, you can have a candy.
Get one."
And it would make like, because you pick the whole thing up, because it was like, no, nobody touched it. It was just there for looks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years it probably still exists to this day.
It's probably there still.
It's probably, That's
so awesome. You played on Vista National?
Yeah.
Is that the field that's gone now, right?
Yes.
Dude, that's where I played too.
Did you?
Yeah. I played there too. And we're Dodger fans too.
That's it. Dodger fans.
And they take it away. That's what we do.
They did take the fields away, which really bummed me out.
I was so bummed, man. You said cranking home runs? I used to crank home runs over that big tall fence.
Big tall fence up on the tracks over there.
On the tracks all the time.
Yeah, that was sad to see, actually. Like just watching. I mean, it was like a movie. Like I'd drive by every now and then, now the weeds are growing. Like they let the fields go because they're going to get rid of them. And I'm like watching it disappear naturally first.
I was like, I wish I can buy that and just keep it a field.
Yeah. I
actually coached too over at VGS. It's the girls softball. My daughter played there for from 8U to 12U. And I mean, we were all stars every year, traveling everywhere. And I think that's when I saw you had posted a picture of you. I think you were just kind of promoting some batting gloves. And I saw VGS. I think I was like, is he promoting shit, or is this guy live close to us? What is going on here?
Yeah, I'll plug little Bruce Bolt right now. They hooked our Vista Girls softball team up with they gave them all Bruce Bolts, which is another super cool thing about doing what I do. Like, and I don't. Some of the parents know from seeing me. Like I usually will coach. I help out. I don't. I tell the coaches like I'll be there for whatever you need, but I'm no official head guy. None of that.
Right.
It's just too much.
Yeah. I mean, I show up late to half the practice. I'm the worst. So I'm like, I'll be there. I always tell them like, I'm telling you, I'm going to be there all the time, but I want your expectations to be like, when Jake shows up, this is awesome. But I show up every day, right? I'm always there. But if I'm 15 minutes late and I miss the stretching and
the warm-up
and the chase the ball while we try to play catch, cool. Like I'll see you over. But Vista Girls softball is any youth rec leagues for these kids. It's just the coolest thing. And I wish they were either what they used to be or growing in the trend, and travel ball is going the opposite way.
Yeah.
Let's get your take on that.
Yeah, because we're seeing that over at Escondido American Little League.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people are traveling. Yes. But then now it feels like you said in the beginning, there was only like 2 travel teams.
Yeah.
Now we got like, dude, I don't even know. Everyone has a travel team.
Everybody has a travel team. Yeah. It's like one year the team will just stay together, and then now they're a travel ball team.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what happened?
This is a good segue into this, because the All-Star team that you saw just ended in July? Yeah. July 4th was their last tournament.
The Freedom Tournament, right?
Yeah. Super cool, fun. 4th of July, fireworks, all that good stuff. They took, after the season, they asked me. I coached travel ball for 12 years. Mm-hmm. I owned 5-tool hitting facility in Carlsbad. Okay. Sold that at the end of 2020. COVID rolled around and it just went to shit. And we were about to sell it, and then on like Wednesday or something. Let's just call it Wednesday. And the guys were like, "Did you still know what this COVID thing? We want to wait." And I'm like, okay. 2 days later, the world shuts down. I'm like, oh, great. Would have made a bunch of money, moved on. Instead, at the end of 2020, I'm like, get me out of here for pennies. I don't care. I just don't want to rebuild it. So did a bunch of travel ball, saw it all, saw teams come through. I coached my own teams. I had, I think, 12. I started at 10. 10 was as low as I'd go, to 18U. So I had all of them. Okay. My daughter just finished the All-Stars, and the coaches talked to me. They said, "Hey, are we going to go back? You going to go back to fall ball and rec league?" And I said, "Well, what are you guys doing?" Because they're the two, they're brothers, and they're the head coaches. So I'm like, what a perfect setup. And they're great guys.
Yeah.
They
what
know,
do you want us to do?
They know their stuff, and they're really good with the girls. So, and they're like a perfect combo, because they're brothers, and one of them's like a little more hard-nosed. Yeah. One of them's just like the cheerleader, but they both know their stuff. Right. So I said, look, I would prefer to keep this team together as a travel team, but not like pushing this as a let's go get better. Like, these girls love playing with each other. Right. So we can either keep them together, give them 2 months off, let school start, give them a month to get into their school schedule, and then we'll throw in the practice. Okay, now Monday, Wednesday, whatever. I said, the way I see it is, you control the travel ball. Yeah. We can control who the coaches are, who the players on the team are, and what kind of quality instruction, and who we're even playing. We can set up our own scrimmages to play a team that is going to beat us by a lot, because we've just beat up on a bunch of bad teams. Our girls think they're amazing. Go show them what it looks like. And now, cool, let's go find a team that we're going to win or lose to 10-9, where we really play. Versus, you sign up for rec league, you're going to get 8 girls on your team that have never played. I don't know them. If my daughter's let's just call her a first baseman. Yeah. How many quality game reps is she going to get if nobody on her team can field a ground ball? Yep. How often is she going to get to work on catching the ball over there? If she's a shortstop and she goes to field the ball and knows that I've learned to get the force out at second, and second baseman's like this, you're like, you can't even work on your craft because of her. So, and again, there's a place for that. We did rec league for 3 years. It was amazing. Greatest thing ever. But when it comes to a point where your daughter enjoys this, and you have the opportunity to put her in a position that will help her enjoy it for longer, because she's going to be better. Yep. So I do not like a lot of the travel ball, because I did it on the back end, and it's so much money. Yeah. Yep. I quit when I said, when I start seeing every kid as a paycheck, I'm out. Because if you think about a job, right? Yep. We talked about our parents, and even when we were young growing up, like, you imagine telling some kid now, like, hey, if you do a good job this year, you can get like a quarter an hour raise. They'd be like, the fuck? So I can make an extra $2 a day in my 8-hour shift? They'd go, what are you talking about? Like, that's crazy. So when you do travel ball, and hey, it's $200 a month, right? That's the fee. Yeah. And you get 12 kids that go, could we start a team under your thing? Like, or you have a tryout, and there's 3 kids that wouldn't make it, but you're like, we could put them on the developmental team. Like, that's a $600 a month raise. Yeah. For nothing. You're doing the same practice. You're just adding these 3 kids. So it's like, well, I said, when I start seeing them as a paycheck, not like a human being that I'm trying to develop, whatever, I'm out. And they're done. I never got to that. Life just took me away. But I just know from being on the back end, there's so many coaches that it's just money.
Yeah.
And I hate it because it's something important to the kids. And if you're just here with the wrong guy for 3 years from 6th, 7th, 8th grade, you go to high school. Like I would only cut freshmen that were in danger.
Yeah.
Right? Like this kid's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like he's going to get hurt. If he wasn't good, I would look at it like, I don't know where he's been for the last 3 years. Maybe he just loves this game and maybe there's some talent there, but he's with the wrong guys.
Yeah.
I'd keep him and give him a year in our program. If we can't make you better having you 6 days a week for 4 months,
I'm sorry. Good luck.
then when you come back and try out for JV and you're not any better, then okay, at least we gave you the opportunity. So travel ball is a tricky world and it can be looked at both ways. It's ridiculous, it's expensive, it takes all your time, or you can go, hey, I remember all my family trips when I was a kid because we took about 3 of them.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
right?
Also, my daughter's my daughter already remembers 12.
Yeah,
because she went, this tournament. I was in the car with mom and dad for 2 hours, and we stayed at a hotel, and it
was so fun.
Yeah, and it's like, is it really that bad? Yeah. No, it's kind of cool, and it's on the parent to just. But again, let me reverse that. It's on. If there were more qualified coaches that understand it doing it, it would be much better.
Yeah.
Because they would understand you don't have to, like, hey, we're taking 3 months off. Like when I had travel teams that also did rec league, I would charge, I think, a quarter of the price, $25. Let's say I charged $100 a month.
Yep.
I'd say $25, go play in the rec league. We're going to be here every Wednesday, just hitting. We're not throwing, just so you guys can get together, hang out, see each other.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like a lesson, right?
And not regress, right?
I had 3 games this week. I couldn't hit the ball. Well, let's take some swings. Oh, man, you're doing this. And you get a team, little whatever. And we stay together. And when your season ends, we'll get back together and be here. But I loved it. I said, go play. The most fun I ever had playing was 12U All-Stars.
Yeah.
You know, the last year of Vista National.
Yep.
And even thinking back to that, I'm like, what do they do now? Because we played like 9 tournaments this season.
Oh, bro. American Little League. Let me get into it. Only because I remember softball all-stars, right?
Yeah.
Softball all-stars, the coaches pick the kids, right? And they put the team together as an A team, B team. We'll work together, make sure you have pitchers, we have pitchers, we'll be successful. And then we would travel tournaments, right? Like we went to Big Bear. I think we went to freaking Anaheim, like wherever. We go everywhere to play ball. In Little League, players get to pick their favorite kids, and those kids make all-stars. So if you're popular, you get in.
Really?
And then also too, they only play
not so much.
They only play
You're
one
in Little
tournament.
League. I'm
in Little League. He's in youth baseball. So and then Little League has one big tournament.
This is now or when you played?
Now.
Okay.
Double elimination. But some Little Leagues, like our Little League, didn't get their all-star team together, and they think they maybe, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, maybe 2 to 3 weeks they had together as a team to work out, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate to say it because each one of those boys and each one of those girls on those all-star teams at EALL are really good players. I just think they need to pick the all-stars sooner, and there needs to be more practicing with the team, like at least a month and a half beforehand, because they go and play 2 games and they're done.
That's what I was going to say. Like when I played, I remember we got our all-star team together, and it was coaches, there was no tryouts for all-stars.
Right.
I think you took at least 1 kid from each team in the league, and then the coaches voted on the rest, which was probably just as crazy. We just didn't know because we were kids. So I'm sure there was a lot of friends and whatever, but I'll never forget, like my last year, our team was unbelievable. I think from that team, 3 guys went to the big leagues.
Oh, nice.
About most of the rest of them went D1, and we lost our first tournament. We're done. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, we were out. Yeah. My daughter played like 9 tournaments, and I asked at the end. I actually went to a board meeting afterwards because of all the shit I make online, I end up getting into it with the president of the league in the worst way. I'm telling you. I'll tell the story. But
that's great.
I asked him in the meeting. I'm like, All Stars was $800.
Yeah.
Like not even. That's like right up front. Boom. I go, for what? What is this for? Well, the tournament's this. I'm like, what tournaments do we have to go to? And they're like, well, like none of them really. I'm like, so we're going to 7 tournaments for what? What? For what?
To win trophies.
Yeah, I'm like, to go win these trophies. I said, what do you have to do to qualify for states? Which is what everybody, that's the ending. That's the fun part.
Yes.
They're like, 1 tournament, this one. I'm like, you got to take we had to take, I think, 3rd place in our district tournament to go to state.
Yeah.
We get to the district tournament. There's 4 teams. I'm like,
you're gonna one person's eliminated.
Yeah, so we can't just go 0-2 and get blown out twice. That's all we had to do to get to state. So it's like we spent all this time and money when we could have. We also have a pretty decent B team. Yeah, we could have scrimmaged them every weekend at the field and barbecued and went, hey, this is awesome. So there's so much to it that it could be so much different and probably better. But again, I look at it from my daughter's 9 UIs and 6 weeks straight. It's 6 days. It's really 7 almost. Like they get Mondays off, Tuesday through Friday practice, weekend tournament. She loved it. And I'm like, who am I to sit here and go, this is ridiculous, when she's having the time of her life in the middle of summer with all her friends every day. I'm like,
it is fun.
This is cool.
That's why I feel
it's fun. As long as it's fun.
That's why I feel bad for these kids, man, because it's like they have fun and it's just over.
I know.
Well, and a lot of it too, I feel like the travel ball is making it so confusing for the leagues. So we left Little League with my boys and we went to Pony and their tournament. So they're like, there's one big tournament that they have to go to. And they sign you up for, I think it's like 2 other tournaments to get you ready, to get you tournament ready, because it's the same thing. It's like whenever, like, end of May, June, throws the team together, and it's like, okay, you have literally a month and a half to get your team ready for the final tournament.
Yeah, which makes sense.
And the way they do it, it's they sign you up for, I don't know, Fallbrook tournament, and then they sign you up for another tournament on the coast. And it's like, that's your prep to find out who's good.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you're right. It's there's so much politics because now it's like they put in rules. You can't be on your travel ball team and be on the all-star team at the same time. If they conflict, and you may basically be uneligible for fall and spring ball.
Yeah.
And it's like you're penalizing these kids for being good, for wanting to represent, and then you show up to the tournament and you're not representing it right.
So many rules.
It is. It's so many rules.
Well, see, I think that all comes down to, a lot of that comes down to the health of the kid. Yeah. It started with the Army. Well, they're playing travel ball. Their coach doesn't know he threw it. And I think a lot of it came from there. But that's what I said earlier. If you had better people doing it, it would, the rec leagues would still be very successful because kids would go have fun and they'd have a good time. And it's like, if you had the coaches communicating, or a good coach that actually asked, hey, Dad, if you're going to be on my travel ball team, you hook me up to the Game Changer, I don't know, something, so I can see what your kid is doing.
Let's communicate.
And if I know that he pitched 57 pitches last night and we have a fielding practice, he's going to be a base runner today. He's not going to even play catch or whatever it is. But that's not the case. So the rec league, unfortunately, it has turned, I don't know, I'm a big, like, usually things come full circle. This I don't see coming full circle completely. I do see like the fun, and a team even like the Savannah Bananas, as crazy as it sounds. Like, I know a lot of those guys and they're awesome, but I bet if you asked 100 kids right now that were 12, you want to be a pro baseball player or a banana?
I want to be a banana. I want to be a banana.
Because they have fun. And it's like, and I've said this from the start, my only thing I care about with my daughter is fun. Like from here to the end. And everyone's like, oh, Mr. Everybody gets a trophy. I'm like, no, the fun changes, right? When she was 6, she went to her game, and if you asked her what she did today and she really broke it down, she'd go, I don't know. I went to this big dirt lot and hung out with all my friends in a cage. Like, we went in this cage and sat down and played, and then we went out on the dirt and played and back and forth for an hour. She doesn't even know what's going on. If she turns 8 now, there's a score. So every time we touch home, we get a point, a run, whatever. And then now all of a sudden I'm 10 and I know that we won. I like that. That's fun. So the fun changed. Now I'm 12 and we won because I went 2 for 4 and cleared the bases, and we ended up winning by 2 on that late hit I got. Now the fun becomes, I like doing good because it helps us win. And then the fun turns into training because I like being good. And it's like keeping the fun the whole way through is so huge.
I love that.
I did that for my 12U team just this past spring. We had one game where this team was like 0-10. I felt so bad for him.
He was stressing.
Well, we were going to go against him, and we played him back to back. And so we had a Saturday game, and then we had like a Tuesday game. And during the practice, I sat the kids down. I'm like, I gave them my clipboard. I'm like, you guys are picking the lineup. You guys are picking who's pitching. I'm just going to count pitches. That's all I'm going to do. and the score was insane. It was like 16-16. We actually they had to call the game on a tie because
lame.
but I was okay with it because I felt horrible. The kids on the other team, you could see they were upset. They weren't winning, and my kids. I was like, I'm not even going to look at the scoreboard. I'm not even going to look at the scoreboard. I'm just going to count pitches, and I'm gonna direct you where you need to go. That game, they all said it. That was their favorite game ever because kids that were playing in the outfield that their parents didn't even know the game of baseball. Yeah. Now their kids pitching. They're rooting for every single strike that this kid's never stood on the mound. He's 12 years old. This is last year in baseball. I'm like, I was having a grin on my face. The other team was having fun because they were walking, they were getting hits because these kids have never. They're throwing lollipops, rainbows. You know what I mean? And they're hitting off of them, and they're getting. And it was like for both teams. And I remember I had 2 dads, I think, on the other team, and they're like, "We saw what you did. Thank you so much."
What a good guy!
But it was like because
I would have smashed them fools.
Padre guy over here.
I would have been. That's why you don't win championships, baby.
Right?
Hit the throat.
Yes, sir. No, that is. It's almost sad that parents, in order to get a reality check, have to see the kids having fun. Yes. And you're like, I just saw my kid as an 11-year-old.
Yeah. Exactly.
When I've apparently been looking at them as a 20-year-old minor leaguer trying to get to the bigs. Like,
yes.
Why does it take that? And I'm a big, like, you haven't been through it before, it's okay. But also, like, I don't really care if you've been through it as a parent. Like, you can have moments. I have moments.
That's okay.
But as a human being, take the parent out of it.
Yep.
I can look at it's 10-year-olds playing a game.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on my round 2 of parenting to know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, this is not a big deal. This is fun. I want my kid to be successful. I want them to have fun, but I don't need reality checks because I'm not crazy.
I got a little crazy, bro, with my oldest son here. I was just like, my daughter had a lot of success in softball, so I was like, hey, he's gonna be it. He's gonna play ball, And he went out there and he played ball. He was having fun. Then Dad got a little serious as the coach come. We got more competitive. The higher the division we went up, right? And so now I'm like going, hey, I found us a travel team. Let's get in. He gets in. He's having a little fun. Helped his game for sure. Went 300 plus one season, and then kept going. And then the travel team changed and kind of merged with another travel team. And then now he's seeing some real big competition. Step it up. Let's go. And then I started seeing in his face that it just wasn't there anymore. And I try to put blinders on it. I'm like, come on, you can just pump him, right? And then finally, man, I realized it, and I had a talk with him, and he told me, he's like, it's not fun anymore. Yeah. And so that's when, I was like, ooh, crap.
Yeah.
Big reality check, guy.
I feel like our older boys being 12, 13, that's when it changes. Because then they realize those kids that are good. Yeah. Like, that kid that's standing on that mound, it may be, 60 feet from the pitcher's mound. That feels like 100 miles an hour to them because he's slinging, 60 miles an hour. And those kids, I had kids on my team that were jumping out of the batter's box. Yeah. And they were swinging at something that was this high just to get out of the batter's box.
1, 2, 3, I'm out.
Exactly. And I'm sitting there telling them, I was like, what if you bunt?
Yeah, try
and they're
that.
like, oh, okay.
My fingers.
Yeah, that's
okay.
just
but they're like, they hold it out there, and you can see they're like doing this, and then they jump out. And it's like, just try to do something.
Yeah. I had a question. We'll switch it up a little bit. Your drawings, bro. Have you always been an artist,
dude?
Yeah, I think I passed maybe one class in college, and it was photography. Yeah. I'm not a big school guy. I went to school to play baseball. But I enjoy doing those. That's like,
oh, dude.
And those videos are all one. I actually filmed yesterday for the first time, set up my camera on like a time lapse and be drawing it because everyone's like, this guy doesn't draw these.
I know.
At first, I was like, who draws this?
Yeah, who draws this? I just, I find a picture of them and kind of turn it into whiteboard simple and just put it up there.
Cheesy Mouse, or what is it?
It's a Master Cheese Face. Yeah. Which is one of the craziest things, the coolest thing. There's a non-baseball parenting thing. Like, I own a clothing company. That's what I do, and then social media. I drew that. And the first time my daughter drew Master Cheese Face on the board, I'm like, that's awesome. What is that?
T-shirt.
Yeah. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, it's Master Cheese Face. And in my mind, I'm like, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like Master Splinter? And she's like, who's that? I'm like, okay, well, my bad. So,
generation gap.
Yeah, so I make the first video and I'm like, Master Cheese Face is here. My daughter drew this, blah, blah, blah. And like the first comment was like, I will die for Master Cheese Face. And I'm like, all right, like somebody likes it. And the first video just blew up. People like, I need Master Cheese. I love Master Cheese, blah, blah, blah. So I told my daughter and she was so stoked that people thought whatever she created was cool. And I'm like, all right, no, I own a clothing brand.
Yeah.
I can make these shirts very easy. And so time went on. Now it's like, where's the shirts? Where's the merch?
Yep.
And so I told her, I said, hey, we're going to make Master Cheese Face shirts. She's like, oh, awesome. She's like, why? I'm like, because people want them.
Yeah.
I said, you drew something on a board and people want it. So I said, but I'm going to teach you if we're going to do it. She's like, okay. So I'm like, we're going to do what's called a pre-sale. I'm like, do you have any money to buy these shirts? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, here's how we're going to get it. We're going to do a pre-sale. So all the money that comes in, you use it. So if you sell it for $20 and this shirt costs you $9 to make, you got to buy the blank shirt. We got to get the logos. We got to put them on. We got to ship them. Now you're $12 in. You're going to make like $8. And she's like, all right, let's go. So she's learning the whole process and it's really, really cool. But beyond that too, it's like the business side of it, very cool for her to learn. Yeah. But their world, our kids' world is going to be this times 1,000, where it's like, if that doesn't teach you, you drew a rat eating a pepperoni pizza and named him Master Cheese Face, and you just made $5,000.
Let's go.
So let me tell you, like, if that doesn't tell you whatever you want to do, you can do it. Like, you really can. I used to but yeah, I do draw those. So.
That's awesome. I was like, you got 4XL shirts, bro?
Yeah, I will. I can get some. I'll hook you guys up. Don't worry. I got to run it by my daughter first.
Yeah. Go get yourself a T-shirt real quick.
Master Cheese Face.
Master Cheese Face in the house. We do a little something here called rapid questions real quick before we close off. So let's get into some rapid questions. Let's go.
Is this like one word answers or like quick answers?
Yeah, quick answers. Could be. Well, the first thing on your mind, pretty much. You know what I mean? All right. What's the one baseball rule you would change if you were commish for a day?
Oh man. One baseball rule I would change. I think in all honesty, maybe I think I would take like I don't know if this is changing or adding.
Yeah.
I would take the one thing from Banana Ball and be like, hey, third inning, if a fan catches the foul ball, you're out. I think bringing the fans in is wild. And awesome.
And that's why I love watching Banana Ball. And I said that to myself, like, why can't we do that in the majors?
I love that too.
Imagine like right there with you. Having that on your life resume. Like, no, I got Juan Soto out.
Yep. I made it out.
I was in row 98 down line. He missed a home run by this much. It went right to me. You're out. So I'm like, that'd be awesome.
But imagine, bro, like if I owned a stadium and be like, and now you're involved when you're sitting in these seats, $50 extra.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Extra. All right. Your kid is a home run stud. How do you ask them to lay a bunt down?
Oh man,
that was your question.
You know what's funny is you know
what I told him. I said, home run hitters don't bunt, bro.
Yeah, come on, man, come on. You know what I say to my daughter, and this is only because I know the game really well. If I didn't, I wouldn't say this. But I said when she first started playing, I'm like, whatever your coaches tell you to do, because she would come home and be like, they told me to do this. I don't like it. I'm like, they're your coaches.
Yeah.
I tell her, do whatever they tell you. And then keep it in your brain if you don't like it, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So I'd say, you better bunt that damn ball. That's your coach. You better bunt that ball. And you better find a way to get a hit, because I ain't trying to watch you sacrifice yourself.
No. You better slap that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I slap bunt?
Yeah.
What's the most dad-like thing you've done at a kid's or your daughter's softball game?
I'm going to make this story quick. It's a very long story, but I'm going to make it quick. My daughter was pitching. There's a girl in the league. This is 10U.
Yeah.
There's a girl in the league that was just looked like she could be on a college team.
Beast mode.
Mexican girl. Okay. Developed quick, whatever. Big, strong. She hits the ball like if I were to swing 70%.
Oh,
I'm not even kidding.
Oh, gosh.
My daughter is 60 pounds and pitching, and the bases are loaded. We're playing it's the president's team.
Okay.
And I'm like, why is this girl even in?
Is that even legal?
Why is she even in 10U?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, she ends up making the 12U All-Star team after playing 10U all year. Of course. Yeah. So I told my daughter, I'm like, Walker, bases are loaded. It's a tie game. So I'm like, I don't give a shit about this. I'm like, and you could call it soft, but I'm like, I'm not having my daughter who, after she pitches, is now 28 feet away and getting a rocket off her chest or whatever. Like, this is dangerous. So I'm like, put her on. President's coaching third base. He's like, can't do that. I'm like, can't do what? I said, fucking fine. I said, okay, never mind. Pitch to her. My daughter bowls her 3, rolls them. Like, they hit inside the circle of the pitcher's mound out of her hand. Yes. She gets walked. And the dad, as my daughter's pitching, some dad in the stands starts booing my daughter. 9. She's 9. Boo! My daughter's like, why am I getting booed by a grown man? She's out there like mentally doesn't know. And I'm like looking at the president because it's quiet. He hears it. I'm sitting on the bucket. He's coaching third. We're right next to each other. I'm like, I know you hear that.
I hear that shit.
So he doesn't say nothing. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go say something after the inning ends. The inning ends. I go walking straight across the field, home plate to the backstop. And he walks in front of me. I'm like, oh, perfect. He's going to handle it. And he goes, hey, would we get 4 runs? And he's like, yeah. And he walks off. I'm like, fuck this guy. Oh, wow. So I come over. I'm like, hey, who over here is booing a 9-year-old? Yeah. And to my surprise, the guy that was booing her goes, me. I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't think you were going to own this like you're proud. Yeah. I'm like, you think that's a good idea? He's like, yeah, she's not pitching to my daughter. What's it to you? I said, I just want to know who the fucking asshole was over here, and now I know.
Now I know.
And the president runs over. He's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing your job, dude. Yeah. And he got in this huge blowout fight. Like, but I waited till after the game. Everybody left. Yeah. It was just me and him on the field, and I was like 10 minutes of just ripping him. And drilling. We ended up doing All-Stars, and I'm like, yeah, that's why when they're like, you want to do travel ball or go back to rec? I'm like, yeah, travel ball sounds
travel ball's good. There's any presidents there?
Yeah.
No?
Okay, we're good.
All right, last one. Babe Ruth or Shohei Ohtani? Who's the bigger legend?
It's got to be Babe Ruth.
Yeah?
Ohtani, it has to be. But it's got to be Babe. Babe Ruth is the answer.
Babe Ruth is the answer.
Just like Judge tied Maris. Who did he tie last night?
Yeah, it was. I think it was Maris.
Was it Roger Maris?
Yeah.
I think it was Roger Maris.
Or it could be wrong.
An absolute legend.
Yeah.
But as the game goes on, you're going to look back at a 6-7 judge and go, that's who's better than that? So
that's exactly
it goes. And Babe Ruth is, I would prefer it stays Babe Ruth forever because he's just like this. When he played, he was in shape, looked good. Towards the end, he got overweight. And what we know as Babe Ruth is like this big, fat dude that hit jacks.
Shocking guy.
Yeah, that's like what we see. But I almost like for baseball that's the legend of Babe Ruth versus because baseball to me is that. Like back then, he did go work construction and he played baseball. Like it's a man's game. So Ohtani will probably go down as the greatest of all time up until someone else comes along because of the era. I mean, these guys are so good. And for him to do what he does.
Yeah.
And if you put him in right field, he'd be the best right fielder.
Oh, yeah.
If you put him at first base, he'd be unbelievable.
Right?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Who?
Yeah.
He's in right field.
The guy comparing Tatis to Ohtani. Come on, bro.
But does he even pitch?
But he isn't. I picked
Tatis is badass.
I did pick Tatis.
Pretty good.
As a Dodger guy, I did my podcast in March, and I picked him as the MVP. I thought he was going to have a real break, and he started off great for me. But the guy goes to short, goes to right. He's like Mookie. They're athletes.
Exactly, they're athletes, and that's what you see more of. You see more athletes, like kind of like you're saying is comparing Babe Ruth. It's like the athleticism now is no comparison to what it was in Babe Ruth's day. They weren't professional athletes. They were just average men playing the game and doing extraordinary things at it.
Yeah.
So
I look at it. That's what I was gonna say. Like if you take Babe, the only way you can really realistically is like, okay, well, take Babe Ruth and let him get born in 1992.
Yes.
Yep.
And he has the same resources. I personally think he would be Kyle Schwarber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I think.
God, that is so true.
Wow.
I think Babe Ruth would be Kyle Schwarber.
Oh my God, dude. Wow, you just totally mind blowing me right now. I'm like watching Kyle like hit right now. I'm like, dude, it totally would be him.
Yeah. No real emotion, just freaking whack. And everybody loves him. He's a man. Schwarber to me is like the most man's man of baseball. I love that guy.
Hit the ball, spit his stuff out, and run the bases.
I hope he gets paid
dude, I love
handsomely.
I love that. I don't hope his team wins anymore, but you know, but I'm a Dodger fan.
Let me ask you guys this before we head out.
Yeah.
Because when you say the Phillies, I'd like to see the Phillies win if the Dodgers don't win. If the Dodgers don't win and the Padres don't win, who do you guys see? Would you want to see? Not even who you think.
I definitely don't want to see the Mets. Mm-hmm. I'm just an anti-big city. I do like the Phillies, though.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Cubbies.
Yeah,
I'll have to say Cubbies.
I do.
Yeah, if the Dodgers are not gonna make it. I mean, and if the Padres don't, like, I would love to see the Padres go just because my wifey's a Padre fan. Yeah. But to think out the box, Cubs, man. I mean, they haven't won it since what, Rizzo?
Yeah, and he just retired.
He just retired. Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I just think the Phillies are just too talented.
Yeah.
As long as their pitching can hold up.
Well, that's the thing. There's always stories, right? We got what's his name? Their ace goes out with the blood clot, very weird. And now you're like, that's the story. Somebody's going to step up. They got this rookie dominant. Like, baseball is such stories.
I love baseball.
You look back on certain, like, there's like Freeman hitting that grand slam a minute apart from Gibson. You're like, what is this, dude? Like,
you can't write this.
Come on. Yeah. So,
that was awesome.
It'd be interesting.
Well, Matt, we thank you, Jake, so much for spending some time with us, bro. We really appreciate you coming out. If you guys haven't, go check him out on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram.
And the podcast as well.
Yeah, so the podcast is on YouTube, but it's through Dugout?
Yeah, it's Baseball Dugout. You'll see it there. But yeah, if you go to just Jake Savicki, that's why I named everything my same simple.
Go check it out. Buy a Cheesy Master shirt. Cheese Master shirt.
Yeah, Master Cheese
Master Cheese Face. Excuse me.
Took me a while to get it right too.
Get a shirt, man. Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our stuff, man. And thank you guys for all the support, man. Thanks again, brother.
No, thank you guys for having me, man. This was awesome.
All right. We'll check you guys later. All right. We're out.
Yes. Drop that music.